If you're afraid of rejection, of criticism, you should not be a writer. They will do all those kind of things where they want to sleep with you, where they want to do this. Also, you suffer a lot. You lose your keys. And sometimes I feel like, okay, send me your nude also. They take advantage of our women. It's also a calling. God is leading you. I think most of the time it's a calling because
welcome to our podcast, Everything About Life with kgnlelo, or All About Life with kgnlelo, whichever one you prefer. But on YouTube, it's actually All About Life with kgnlelo. My name is Katisho, also known as KG. Yeah, so please guys, please don't forget, please subscribe. We want those subscriptions. We are growing. We can see it. Like our videos, share it with your friends. Together we can make this podcast work. As usual, I've got my beautiful, lovely co-host. Oh, look at that blush. My partner in crime. Lelo, over to you.
Hi guys, welcome to our podcast. So excited to be here, and thank you so much for your support. So today we have our lovely Madinny Lebeko. She is a director, so interesting, and she's a producer. She's a writer for radio. So we're going to hear today her journey, how she enjoys the industry, the struggles, and actually the passion that led to that.
Mm-hmm.
So welcome, Madinny. Thank you so much for honoring our invite.
Thank you very much, guys, for inviting me here. I can't wait to hear what is going to happen today.
Yeah, I must say on my side, I am very excited.
Yes.
Madinny is someone who inspires me a lot because she's a woman in this media industry. And I think I'm not going to waste any time. We're going to dive into this. So just tell us what actually inspires you in the media industry.
I think what really inspires me as a person is telling stories, telling women's stories, telling my story. Because when I tell my stories, I'm telling stories for thousands of women who are out there. Because most of the time you find that our stories are told by men who don't even understand what we are going through. So my story is another woman's story. So I think that's really what inspires me to tell stories. I write for women who cannot say, or who doesn't have a voice. Yes, who don't have a voice.
Yeah. So Ovi, I think you gave us a bit of a background on what happened. So can you take us through a journey of what happens when you have an idea in your mind? Or is it in your mind? Let me not just assume. What happens when you have an idea for a story?
When you have an idea, I think it's a long process. You have to be sure that what the idea that I have, is it good? Basically, what you do as a writer, it's like you lie and convince people that this is the truth. That's basically you do. So you have to get your facts right. Because it's not a real thing that is happening. It's something that you came up with it. So you go through the research and find out, okay, is this how it happened? You try to get people who went through whatever idea you want to work with and make them and understand and get into their brain. Like when you write, you leave yourself out, you become those people. If you are writing, maybe let's say, Ungolaka court.
Yes.
You're going to be writing about the judge, going to be writing about those many people. Maybe you're a victim who's been raped, the rapist, every person in there. You become those person.
Yeah.
You become those people. You understand? So you have to be able to speak that language. The actors just come and speak. and convince you. But the main person who have written that has to go deep and do the research. Okay, can they do this in court? Can they do this? How does this young woman who's been raped feel? So you have to be that woman. You have to cry and feel their pain, what they went through. Then you have to be the perpetrator and say, no, I didn't do it, or whatever. Make sure that you don't go to prison. So I think it's all that journey when you have an idea. Then once everything comes together, then because you don't want to lie. You don't have that person who's been raped there, and then you say something that will hurt them. You have to be sure that because you are writing for that person, you are fighting for that person. You want that person who's going through a lot to be heard. You understand? Yeah. So if you make a mistake, you are insulting them as a writer. You don't want them to sit there and say, they don't know the pain I went through. So you have to go there and tap in and feel that pain as a writer and say, this is what I'm going through now. I'm this girl. I have been raped. So you understand the dynamics around it. So it's a long journey. It's a long process whereby you do a lot of research. You just get an idea until it comes, and then you feel, okay, this is what I want to tell. This is how I want to tell this story. Yeah. Yes.
You know, I'm taking into court.
Yes.
So I love law. I actually should study else. So when you mention court, I used to go to court when I was studying. So there were some courts that will allow me to go, and there were some courts that would go like, no, people are not
allowed. Yes.
And as a writer, as you are saying, you need to tap in. Do you then go to the court, go outside so that you can get that information, get the facts, So I think it's more than just writing, but do you go out and how do you get that information, the facts? Write about.
Yes, I think now it's much easier because we have with the internet and everything. You can still get inside the court through the internet and watch. It depends what, especially also the cases are not the same. What are you writing about? So you try to find that case, you read. You cannot be a writer and be lazy to read. So yes, so you can go to court if they allow you. You can go there and become real. You can just go through the all years video or whatever, however you can do it. But make sure you get as much information as you can. The language they speak, the language they speak. You can, and sometimes you become a doctor. How are you going to diagnose this? You go there and you say, you go there and check. If you check, I'm sure most of the time they say, when you check history, search history of the writer, you might think they are serial killers or something, because you'll check which poison kills you slowly, because you want to be relatable. How many days can the body stay without being decomposed? All those things. You always search. How can I kill the person so that the sound is not yet? You always try to find all those things that make you look like you're a criminal, or you want to kill someone, or you want to do what. So you always do a lot of research. However it can. So sometimes you just go to the time, okay, I want to write this story, and I just want to go there and see what they do. You sit there, you watch, you observe. Wherever you go, you just observe. I can be with you. Then I'm like, hey, like now I'm watching. This is a beautiful. Every time you're with people, you're like, this is so beautiful. They're like, hey, Bo, what are you talking about? And because wherever you go, your mind is channeled into a filmmaker. You see the place, you say, this is a very good for my story. I can shoot here and that house, look at it. Everything, every time, wherever you go. So wherever you go, you do research. Whatever you talk to people, whatever we say, even now what we say can inspire me. And then I say, then I can write about this woman. You understand that? That's how it happens.
You speak so passionately about getting information. So obviously you didn't reach this level overnight. So were there some mistakes that you made where as a writer you wrote and you didn't get the information that you needed? Can you take us through that? You didn't become this Madinny overnight.
No, I think it was a journey. It's a journey, a very long journey. I never dreamt I'll be in the industry. Like, I don't think I was not. I didn't even watch TV when I was young. Never. But as time goes on, I think I used to join a lot of organizations. I was an organization, NPOs. We used to do a lot of things. Then one day we went to Constitutional Hill. We went to Constitutional Hill. It was, I think we were viewing something. I don't even remember because it became unimportant after what I'm going to tell you. Yes, we went there. Then when I got there, I think they were shooting Lockdown at Constitutional Hill. So we arrived there. They are shooting this thing.
Sorry. When you say lockdown, to what are you referring to? Because
the show.
No, there's a show and there was a COVID lockdown.
No, lockdown.
Yeah, so
the show.
Like, I just need
yeah, okay, no, it's not the same.
Yeah.
No, it's a show. They were shooting Lockdown. I think they were shooting Lockdown. We went there and I was there and we got there. Okay, they are shooting. I've never seen anything. I have never seen a set. I've never, we got there and they are shooting this show. I'm like, I loved it especially.
So is it Lockdown, the one of the prisoners?
Yes, one of the prisoners. Like they were shooting it there.
Also, is that series?
Yes, that series. So
I was like, what show of Lockdown? So in my mind, I'm like, which show of Lockdown?
Lockdown is a very famous.
Yeah.
It was a very famous series.
Yes, it's a very famous series. So I got there. They were shooting it, and they got there, and the crew and the cast were very nice. When you got there, where you want to shoot pictures, and at that time they are working. They managed to take pictures with us, and then I was there. I didn't even care much about the cast. I was there watching. I was behind Mandla at the end where he was sitting.
Yeah. Sorry, Madinny. So were you there just for fun?
For something else.
For something
yes,
totally
something total, but it was at the time when they were shooting the series.
Yeah.
So yes, then I was there. I couldn't get inside what I was going to do. That's why I even forgot what it was. I was sitting there watching them, and they're busy saying action and laughing and everything. I'm sitting there, and everyone now is where we are supposed to be. I'm sitting there, I'm watching, and they're busy doing this. And as I'm watching them, I don't know the feeling. I cannot explain. It felt so good to watch. I'm like, this is what I want to do.
Amen.
And I think it was not long time ago. I think it was, if it was not 2018, it was 2017. So I'm watching him doing that. The actors love everyone acting. I'm like, I'm here. I'm here where things have been done. I'm watching it out. In the taxi going home, I couldn't stop. I'm like, I'm going to do this. This is what I want to do. It was a fulfilling feeling. I felt fulfilled that I know what I want to do. So that's when I started. I think I started there. That's where I started, where you start to make mistakes. But then I showed all this, you don't just start and overnight and like you say. So I had to start maybe this one's where you don't even get paid. What do they call it? Zero budget. I started there as an actor doing zero budget. When they say go there, I go there. So I think that space also helped me a lot because it's a small space where it's open, where you can make mistakes. Yeah, it's where you make mistakes, where you learn. I get it's a small production. You do everything else and you learn a lot from that space. So that's where I learned. Then I saw, okay, I started acting. Then I think a few times then I started, I think I got the role with, there was a show called Ikaya. It was Ikaya of someone. And I went there. That's the first time then where I saw people. I went there. They called me. I thought it's also zero budget. They say, hey, I'm talking to this guy, Aubrey, saying, hey, come here, send me 2 minutes. Like I'm sending. It was not even, I didn't even take it seriously. I was just going. Then I get there. I was a little bit late. Then people are calling me, where are you? I'm coming. I'm like, what is going on? Then I got there. There were all these many cars and everything. I'm like, what's happening here? Then I started seeing the celebrities. I think I didn't sleep that night. I'm like, I'm there. Then, yes, I'm talking to them. I'm acting. I felt so good. But then what happens next? Am I going to sit and wait for another audition or for them to call? That's when I started. I know, maybe let me write my stories. Then that way, I will act on them because I loved acting very much at that time. I wanted to act. So you are waiting there frustrated. Who's going to call me? So I started writing. Also, I went back with my story and showed them as zero budget films. So you understand that you start them with zero budget films, then you do until you get it right. Obviously you're going to make a lot of mistakes. If I can look at that time and think, I'm a best writer, but every time you go back you read, you're like, I don't think it's me who wrote this. You always wonder, even what I wrote today, after 5 years, when I go back, I'm like, are you sure it's me? You have to improve as an artist. You have to make sure that you do a lot of learning, you do a lot of research, so that your as whatever you are, whether you are an actress, whether you are a producer, you always have to have the space to learn, so that you can be able to improve. I think that's where everything led until where I am. Then when you have the full script, you have to direct it, because sometimes people don't tell the story you want to do. So let me direct. Then you are there, you start sending. Then okay, now you have to produce your movie. I think the producing then is the difficult part, because I just started doing the producing now. When I started shooting my movies.
So would you say, like, from being a writer to producing? Obviously, when you're a writer, you've got a vision of what you are writing about. And then comes the producing part. So would you say all the time things come out exactly how you envision them when you were writing them?
Not at all. Not at all, because as a writer, you are not part of the production. You are a writer. So if you are going to be a producer or you're going to be a director, you have to leave the writer there. And then you take this baby, because as a writer, the script is always your baby. You don't want people to change it. You don't want people to do anything. It's your writer. That's why you have to stay back. Then let the production work with the movie. So when they get there, actors, I love actors so much, because they can get there and change your story, the way they narrate it, the way they say. Sometimes the things that you have written, they don't even say them, but they just keep the story alive. This thing is always in your mind. Then you see them performing it or bringing it to life. Then they start doing things that you didn't even expect, and the story becomes so beautiful. So it's not always how I imagined it. Sometimes it gets a lot better. Yes, it gets even a lot better.
Because what I wanted to ask is that, as a writer, do you really have the power of what you've written? And I think you just mentioned it now, like you just said it now, that sometimes you write, but the actors or the producer can narrate it in a totally different way. But then how do you then feel about that when it's narrated or produced in a way that you didn't imagine?
Yeah, and it's a negative way
for you.
Yeah. It depends. It can go positive way and can go negative way. It's sad to see your baby. As a writer, like I'm saying, it's your child. You don't want anyone to touch them. Even giving them away, it's difficult all the time. But now you see people, it's like people are killing your child. It's the feeling that you feel. But if you see them growing and they're becoming beautiful, you become a very proud parent. You're like, this is my baby. I think it's basically, it hurts to see your story, people killing your story. Yes, it's a very, I don't even want to think about that, because I have been.
As a writer, do your role stop as a writer? So can you go to the producer and say, this is not it?
It depends, yes, it depends. Sometimes you're just a writer. I think sometimes I'm fortunate, because as a writer, I also become producer of my stories. But if you have given out the story, it doesn't matter. And, for instance, where I'm also writing again for Lesedi FM, there I just take it. It's theirs. I don't have a say on how they do it. But fortunately, most of the time you find you are listening and you are so happy. It's always nice. I think the most fulfilling part of being a writer is to see your story coming alive, whether it's through listening or through watching it, is the most fulfilling part. Yes.
And then, as a writer, is there any, because you mentioned that you started in 2015.
Yes.
You went to
17 years.
2017.
Yes.
Right. Did you then, when you were there and you experienced that, and you're like, this is what I want to do? Did you do any course to upskill that, to get the education or the knowledge or the skill for that? One. Two, when you have written something, what channels do you use to get it to a producer or to the director to bring your writing to light?
Okay, and what was the first one?
The skill.
Okay, the skill, yes. Okay. I do forget because always my mind is always thinking. Yes. No, I think with when answering the first one, yes, I did do a lot of short courses. Some were with Writers Guild South Africa, some were this Pasitsanaya Department of Arts, some were online. I did a lot of, because I didn't know where to start. I just knew I want to write, but I didn't even know the format.
Yes.
I didn't know anything, but I knew I wanted to start writing. So I had to go back and try to find a way to know what to do. Then after those courses, after doing all those things, then learning from, now it's better because I'll repeat, with the internet, it becomes easier. You go there and read a lot and try to find out, where do I go? What is this? What is protagonist? You don't even know. You hear people saying that. Then you start knowing the terms, because you cannot be in the space and then you don't even know the language. Number one, you have to know the language. You have to know, okay, what is a scene? The jargon, the scene, whatever. You start to learn there. That's where I started. I did do a little bit of courses. So the other one was about the channels.
Yes. After you've written something, how did you know who to go to and share your writing?
That one is a very difficult. Even now, even now, it's, I think, approaching producers, approaching directors, it's not easy. That's why I end up being a producer for my own. I had to start approaching channels, and I'm very thankful to Mzansi Magic as it gave me a chance. I think that's where I got my chance. So Mzansi Magic did give me a chance. Then I had to have a company, my own company, whereby it's a production company. Then I haven't had a chance to sell to take my story to other people, because it's to bigger productions. It's not easy. It's not easy. People will come and say, can you help us? I'm like, you know what, guys? I also need help. I'm all out here looking for help. And that one is a very not easy one.
Okay, sorry, you can ask.
Yeah, so I think, I've read horror stories where people would write something and then it would be stolen. So I think, this is a very, that's why I'm like, it's a dog world out there, because most of the time you don't know who to trust, who to submit your stuff. But I just wanted to find out, have you ever been criticized for your script, and how did you feel about it? Where you thought, okay, now I nailed this script, I took out my all, and then when it was received, it was like, what is this?
You can never be, if you're afraid of rejection, of criticism, you should not be a writer. Because yes, you are always being criticized. Remember, like I said, you are starting something that is not there. You are making up a story that is not there. So you are convincing people this happened. It will have some mistakes. And now for me, even if you criticize me, I always think, okay, your view, it's one viewer's view. It's not only your view. There are 100 of viewers who are going to think like you. Your critic also, there are also many viewers who feel like you. So I sit down and check and like, is she saying, did she say this? Let me see. Because that's how viewers are going to see. You are asking me as a viewer. Even if you don't know, you know me, you're asking me. Because the viewer won't have a chance to come and ask me, so, what happened here? If you don't understand it, it means the viewers won't understand it. The listeners won't understand it. So I like criticism because I don't like because most of the time people come say, help me. Then you tell them the truth. This is not this. They get angry. I'm like, why did you even tell me? Because our job, even you, we don't have a space for mistakes. You know, when you work in the office somewhere, your mistakes can be hidden. But our job goes out to people. People are the judges. You know, they are not nice. They will just tell you this is rubbish. So if I can give you my work and check it and say, check it, and you say it's nice, which means you're not building me. You have to be brutally honest.
Yeah, you need to be
Yes. So sometimes honestly, we take it as criticism. It's not. Sometimes because when it gets out there, then you'll know what is criticism. Because I was going to tell you, because you know what happens when the story is nice, they will even tell you, hey, money is pussy, so he can say this, I can this. But once it goes down, they say, oh, the writers of this thing, what are they writing? Yes.
And it's funny because when it does good, it's the actor.
It's the actor.
It's not the writer. But when it goes bad, it's the writer.
It's the writers.
What were they thinking about this
Yes.
line? Yes, I get that.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think I want to go back to Lelo's
Yeah.
question, which was with regards to the platform for submitting
Yes.
movies. Because a lot of people tend to think, you know, people who have made it, they are not open with the information about where to go. Maybe it's because they struggled to get there, or maybe so like what you are saying, it's difficult, but it's not really clear. So people tend to think, hey, people who are up there can't share information about like how to get to certain areas.
Yeah, it's sad because that's how people think, and they think you don't want to get you. I'm going to give you information, but you're not going to believe it, because for you to go through that process, it's not going to be easy.
Yes.
You understand that? I think with Mzansi Magic, they have their portal. They have their portal. You just put in the story. If your story, that's what I can talk about, because that's who I'm working with. You send your story, and if they love your story, they will call you for a pitch. They will call you, and if they loved it, then you'll shoot it. That's the process. It sounds easy when I'm saying it, but it's not easy, because I think there are hundreds of stories there.
Yes.
For you to be chosen, I don't think it's going to be easy. So you have to be patient, because we think people, when they think of our industry, they think glamour, they think money, everything. They think everything goes on well, but it's not easy. If you know, even if I can tell you where I come from, you're still not going to believe it, because you only see the final product. People don't want to know. Even at time, I waited for years for me to be able for them to be able to recognize my story and say, come and pitch. It was not something that I did. So when I tell you, go to their portal, you're expecting maybe next week they'll call you. And it doesn't happen. Say, she doesn't want to give us information.
I don't know what I did.
You know,
Yeah.
because I'm already in. You think maybe I did. Even now, my stories are still being rejected. I still get rejection. So I cannot even guarantee, I cannot even lie to people and say, send it, they will take it. Mine also, I'll say, give me a story and they will take it. No, I won't lie to you. I know there's no double. I don't know the double up, but now I don't have the double up. I don't have the chop. I go straight. So I don't know anything. I don't even want to lie up to people about that. That's how I went. For me, because they called me now. You think, that's easy. Then we're going to put one script. And I put a lot of scripts. A lot. Like, when I can submit to one and then say, okay, it's fine, let me wait. What if they don't like that one? Yes. So I keep on saying, maybe out of 10, maybe they will love one. Maybe out of 10, maybe they will love one. That's what I do. I keep on writing and sending. You take a lot of chances. You cannot just send one and say, okay, now they will call me. They don't call you, you are angry. Now out of 10, sometimes I get only one. Imagine what happened to the 9 one that I wrote. I took, that I've written. You understand? So it's not like we are about to find information. We are giving you information. We are, but you don't believe that we are giving you the right information.
Okay, so Madinny, you mentioned JoJo's, I think previously. So like there's a lot of, I'm not sure whether it's a myth or is it real, especially as a woman in the producing space, that you have to, are you taken seriously for one as a woman in the media space? Let me start there.
Yeah, I don't know how to answer this because I think it has a lot of elements in it. Let me, as a woman now, yes, I am taken seriously now. But where I come from, it was not easy. It was not easy because you, like you say, you go to the productions, you approach them, I have a script. Can you do this? Then you are a woman. What can you offer me? And those people who want even to offer you, they are not even anything because they just say they have productions. They will tell you, hey, send me pictures. Hey, say do this. You know, we always
What pictures?
Yeah.
And what
do you mean
this?
pictures? Yeah.
And what is it that you need to do?
I don't know because I really now was not interested. But you will. It was very painful because I want these people to help me. You know, I'm a passionate person about this industry. So you knock, and unfortunately, this industry is ruled by men. It's men. You cannot work without being around men. And they will do all those kind of things where they want to sleep with you, where they want to do this. But I think you just have to keep pushing because
Did you ever sleep with someone
Or
in the
get
industry
tempted, yeah.
to move your way up?
not at all. Yeah, because
What made you not to do that? Not to sleep with
I believe I have a talent. And if you take all those kind of roads whereby you expose yourself to that, I don't want to be a woman writer. I want to be a writer. I don't want people to feel sorry for me and say, let's have that woman writer. I want you to come in my space and say, I want that writer. Madinny is the best writer, not because I'm a woman. So you giving into them, you it's like acknowledging I don't have talent, so let me pay so that my work should be seen. So I don't think I need to pay. I need to work hard to get where I want, not because I'm a woman I can sleep with you. You understand that? So also, yes, I don't know how can I explain the industry because some people they just have productions. I don't know. I think you know there are people who have production that, but you don't even know where the movies are playing. They take advantage of our women. Those ones are mostly the ones who tell you, okay, come and they just make like act like they're having a shoot where they want to sleep with these girls. You understand that? So as long as you are sleeping with them, they will never take you serious. But also I want to acknowledge that if it was not because of men, I wouldn't be where I am. They are the ones who stood up and said, sisters, let's help you. We can see there's something in you, and they held my hand. I'm where I am because of a lot of men. When I'm a producer, I lead a lot of men, and most of them, they don't say you are a woman. They respect me on set. They listen to what I say. They come and give me support because for me, I'm still new. I'm still learning. So I have to learn from men. Yet there are those ones. I don't want to paint all of them because if also it was not because of men who says, sister, you are trying. Come, do this. A lot of them they stood up and helped me to be where I am. And there are a lot of them who wanted to have sex so that, and now that I see, they come and say, sister, so they see that my movies are played, they'll come and say, hey, sister, can you help us? I wish, like, sometimes I feel like, okay, send me your nude also, because that's how you treat us as women. Yes, because that's how they treat us as women, and they should feel how I felt. But now they are coming to you again. So I think if you give in and start sleeping with them, you're not going to move forward. But as time goes on, because Lorona, you find we allow that. We allow that. But no, I don't even know when did anyone say something like that. I think I have a good relationship with a lot of men in the industry, and they see me as a writer. Yes.
Were you ever approached by a producer or director that you perceive high up there, and then that person asked you to sleep with them for you to get there, like someone that you admire in the industry? Have you ever?
Not at all. No, I think I haven't also been in that space whereby I have to take my scripts or my whatever to. It's not easy to approach the productions with your script in this country. I think that's also what has to be clear. It's not easy. You don't just go and say, hey, mama, I have this. So I think now my journey, or what I was fighting for, was to have a production company and produce, not to sell to the productions so that they produce. So it was different. My journey was not going towards the producers and directors. So I don't even want to say anything about them, because I have never been worked with them. I have worked with them now, who will come and say, we did this, do this, we did this, do this. Now in this space, but before I have never approached the productions, because I think it depends on where you want to go as a writer. Where do you want to take? So I thought, I think I should just do this for myself. Let me see and be the producer and have a production company and start shooting. So I never go that side of the producers, directors, but now I'll just go, hey, I need help. What do I do here? Then they will come and help me. So I don't want to lie about that.
So basically, I think just to summarize what you say, especially I just want to talk about being a female in the industry, is that if someone is tempted, like, what would you say to someone who is tempted as a woman? They've been struggling, they've been submitting, like you are saying, for years, and they're just not getting that feedback, and there is this guy who is saying, hey, please come, I can help you here in a second, and you'll get exactly what you want.
I don't think it is. I really don't trust them, because I think I've had stories of people who gave out money thinking that these people are going to do this, and they never got what they wanted. I have heard of that. So because I have never paid money, I have never done anything, I don't think it's real. I'm not sure. I know a lot of people say, hey, give me money, I'll get a company. They always make like they'll connect with people, but I have never had.
Make it seem so easy when they talk.
No, like it's not. It's not, because they will give. Yes, you will give them the money, but you are not going to get what you want. They're out here because many people will use the industry, even if they are talentless or they don't have anything. They just come here. I'm an agent. Bring. Then you start doing that. I think also it should come back to us. Let's respect ourselves, so that these people should take us seriously. If we don't, as women, respect ourselves and think we can use our bodies to achieve, then they will treat us like that. So, but if you're sure, and I'm here to work, I don't have the body to use, I don't have money to give, I want you to see my talent. Are we not talented? Why are we like now? That's what I'm saying. When I give out money and say, okay, Nka, it's like I'm accepting I don't have a talent, I cannot write, so go and make my writing look good. So I will say, answering you, Don't do it. Don't do it. Keep on working. I did it. And that's why I want to specify, because I want to specify I didn't do it through connection. I don't even know anyone wherever I'm working. I don't even have a family. I just wrote. So sometimes just write your stories. Keep on writing if you are a writer. Keep on showing, because not all men are out there wanting to sleep with you. Not there. Some are out there, they want to help us. Now they have helped me, and I believe they can help you. I don't have anything special, but if you show passion, you show talent, somehow God will bring those people who are meant to help you to come. Yes, I don't know.
So yeah, I think you answered that. So would you say your big break came from continuously submitting your movies via the portals?
Yes, it came through that, but yes, it came. I think my biggest break was me shooting my own movie. Yes, it was Hunt for My Million. Yeah, you know it. Yeah, it was Hunt for My Million. It's playing on Mzansi Magic.
Sorry,
It's playing on Mzansi Magic, and now it's on Bioscope. Hunt for My Millions. Yes, Hunt. Ama Millions.
Ama Millions.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, please go check it out.
For Ama Millions.
Hunt for Ama Millions.
Yes. It's mostly placed on Mzansi Bioscope now.
Okay.
But it started on Mzansi Magic.
Okay.
Yes, I think that was my break, my biggest break, because as a writer, you want to see, you write, you always write, but you don't see your work anywhere. You are not a writer if you cannot say, I have written this, I have done this. So it was seeing all those people, the stars, yes, now playing what I've written. I think that was the biggest achievement that I have. I know it's not that big for me. It was the biggest achievement that I have ever done, to see Bontate. I forgot him. Yeah, I read him my script. I gave him this. I give him the script so that he can send me a monologue. And then I'm watching it. I'm like, yeah, it's him. I cannot forget him, man. Yes. Yeah, it'll come back. Then I see her, and then I think that movie also had Fanny from Skim Sam. You know, you have watched this person for a long. Who was in Fanny from Skim Sam. Then now I'm working with him. He's reading. He's bringing my story to life. I think those are the kind of moments.
So Fanny from Skim Sam, was he the one from the spider shop? No, I know Fanny.
Yeah.
The credit card fraud.
Yeah, I know you always worked with fraud on TV.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because now I'm thinking Fanny.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, and I don't know. I wanted to talk about this legend, and his name just went. Yes, that day Masite. Now I'll remember him. And yes, seeing those kind of people now bringing your life, you are like, is this me? You don't. It's unbelievable. You have always seen them on TV. You never even dreamt, one day I want to be an actor. I want to have a movies. And now they are here. They're making your stories to life. And you see everybody coming there, DOPs, everyone who came. These people for me. And you are saying, for my work. And I'm like, and when you are watching, you are like, you know, if I gave up, these people would have never been here. Then it makes sense. You know, I did fight for these people to be here. Now they have a purpose. Now some who maybe didn't even know what are we going to eat, but now they're going to get paid because you never gave up. Because I kept on pushing. I kept on pushing.
Not only for yourself.
Not only for myself.
Now it was a community.
Yes.
You know, that benefited
yes.
from your work,
from my way.
your consistency, and staying true to yourself, and learning to having that strong will to say no. Do you understand? Because we don't even shame the ones who say this.
Yes.
Do you understand?
No.
Because we don't know their background.
You don't know their
You don't know
background.
their pain. But now listening to your story, it gives them that courage to know what, if Madinny can do that, you know, so can I.
Yes.
And I can stand firm to what I believe in and say, no, I'm going to keep on pushing. and believing.
And you're not pushing for yourself. There are so many waiting people waiting. There are actors there out there. There are a crew. There's a crew. There are caterers, makeup artists. So you have to fight, and when you are fighting, once
Feeding a nation.
you are feeding a nation, you are feeding them. Then you see them. Then you see so many people. You know the crew, you know how many. You see them. Like,
We know we should.
you feel you know, yeah. Then you're watching like, this was worth it, and you remember way back. Like I remember because in this industry, you always want to give up. I think even yesterday I wanted to give up because it's always difficult. Every day you want to give up. It's never easy. You understand that? So now that I'm shooting another movie, I think it's next week or sometime, I'm preparing for that. So it's so stressful. I'm also writing for something. So it's always, so you want to give it like, I cannot do this because everything will come with the channel will want this, the crew will want this, and then you are here in the middle. You have to make everyone happy. So it's not easy. So every time you want to give up, but you always push. Then the final day you see them, they are here. You're like,
So what keeps you pushing? Because you talk about like what keeps you going to say, you know what, it's difficult. Let me get going.
And also with that, keep you pushing. What keeps you sane? The sanity. The stillness.
I think the passion. Answering yours, passion. If you come into this industry, maybe you want fame or you want money, those things are not there.
What are you
until yes. No, you're not because I don't have money. You understand that? But the passion will keep you. And once the passion keeps you, the money will come. You understand that? The money will come. Then people will start to notice your work. People will start coming to you. You understand that? That's when that's what keeps you. So passion is very important. More than fame and everything and what. You know, sometimes you even forget, do I have to puff? You don't even care how you look like because you are always thinking. You wake up in the morning, you have been waking, you just sleep. When you wake up, the script, you still have to finish that script. And things in this country happen fast. I can be here with you and you can hear me tomorrow that you're shooting. So everything can happen fast. South Africa needs to be entertained. You understand? At that time also, I write for the radio. Sometimes I write for the TV. Sometimes I also have clients. People say, can you please write for me this, and this, and this? You understand that? So you need a lot of patience. That's why I'm saying passion. I think it's the love I have. If I didn't love it, I would have gone. So I don't know what keeps me insane. I don't know what keeps me insane. Maybe it's a passion. I don't know because even this, that's what I'm saying. Even yesterday, I'm sitting there. I'm like, I cannot do this anymore. This is too much. I'm always saying that, but I keep on. Yes. Every time I keep on saying, I don't think I want to do this anymore. I always. Sometimes you cry. You sit there, you cry. Then tomorrow you are happy. You are happy to do it. Then you sit. I think you spend a lot of time stressful. I think on top of everything, producing. It's one of the most difficult things for me. I don't know for other people because here you have to make sure everyone is there. Everyone is happy. Whatever is needed is there. Everything is on your shoulders. So with acting, just come there. They come, they make up you. Who did that? Who found the makeup artist? You know, it's the producer. You come there, the food is there on set. Who did that? Who did that? You find the location. So to like, how? Oh, this is my house. You just come. You get someone your clothes. You have food. You have your house. You have this. Even what you are going to write.
Yeah.
Even what you're going to write, somebody has already written it. Yes. And then you are the producer. So all those things are done by the producer. On top of that, he has to find everything. Like he has to be the link with the channel and the crew. Sometimes the crew are not happy of what is happening, or the channel is not happy of what happened. You are the one who has to answer. This is where it happened. This is why it happened. You account. You're the one who was accounting this side and this side. I think that is the most difficult thing that I've ever done. And I still want to, I still want to learn more of producing so that I get better, because that one here, him plays, him punza. But yes, yeah, I remember from, because it needs you, and you shoot within a short period time. You don't have time to do all those things. You have to find, sometimes, okay, this guy had a big house and had a nice car. You have to go and find that. You know what? When the story is not early morning, they will never even mention. I remember when I was in Free State, we were doing sort of a course where we were teaching I don't know, it was on this assistance teachers so that they can teach learners about filmmaking and everything. So I was going with, mostly they were actors. My actors, some going with them all to the school. I get there, they know them. Hey, mama, they never know me. I'm like, guys, I'm the one who wrote that. But they don't even know me. You understand that? They never know, and they will never know. And it's not, I think it's not even, you are not even writing because you want to be known. I'm just saying, it's not even about him. Sometimes they won't even know. And they'll say, yeah, I'm and they know what you say. We like it when you say this and this. It's me.
And I was about to say, she must write for us.
Then it's me, and they never know you. But also, I love them because these people, they are the faces I had in my mind. Now they are alive through them. And sometimes they make your story look so beautiful, and they add to their spices, and they bring their emotions. So I think it's all about working together. You should know your position. You know, when they say, I know it's not about that. No, it's not a competition. Yes, that person is the face of your story. I'm just making it as an example. But those people, they are the face of your stories. And they're the people who make it come alive. And if they love them, they love you. You don't even have to make noise and say, it's me who did it. If they love them, they love you. They love your work. If they can recognize them.
Like you are saying, they represent your
They
work.
represent me. Yes.
Take pride in them.
Yes, I take pride in them. I think I take pride in them.
Yeah, it's like, I think if I had to relate it in the work, the day-to-day work, you've got a manager.
Yes.
So as a manager, you are a leader and you are leading a group. So if one of your people is doing very well, it's like a true reflection of your work. So you don't want to compete with you have to say, okay, this person is I'm doing a good job being a leader to this person. Yes, so Madinny, I wanted to also just find out, like, it's clear that you are passionate. Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years time? Somewhere, maybe there, Hollywood, Netflix, where?
I think I think I'm in a space of growing. With the industry, maybe I would say I want to be in showmix or something, but something comes next year. You know, we are in a creative space. Maybe someone out there is creating something better. You understand? So I don't want to channel myself, but I think where I am, I'm in the right space to learn, to grow, and also what I like where I am, they really want to help. I made a lot of mistakes, like I told you. I'm not an expert, so they sit you down and they call you and say, you know what, here you should have done this and this and this and this. So I think I don't want to rush from the space where I am because I'm learning a lot. I was just Madinny with no title, but because of where I am now, maybe I'm hoping also with Mzansi Magic where I am, other things will come where I will grow and grow and grow much bigger with them than any other space, because that's where so I don't know yet, but I'll see where God will lead me. I think most of the time, that's what I'm saying. God, you brought me, and when it's time for me to leave this space, He will take me to another space. He knows where to go. So I'm just waiting and seeing. I'm also curious, like you, where am I going? Where am I going? Because 2 years ago, I didn't know where I was going. You know where?
I'm telling you, like for me, it's so refreshing.
Yes.
Bro, because I know you as an actor.
Yeah, you know me as an actor, and I don't even want anything now.
Like, so I know Dini the actor, so the part of writing, producing, I'm like, what's going on?
And I don't even want to act anymore. I hate cameras now. I'm like, I don't even want to be in front of a camera. I know, but I didn't have a choice. I'm just saying. Yeah. You know that. I don't even want to act like. Few years, like, you know, where you know me where I was, now I'm here. So I think also that's why it's also a calling. God is leading you. I think most of the time it's a calling because it's not something that I planned. You don't plan. He takes you. Then he brought you today in my life. He has a reason. He has a reason why. Then tomorrow he always bring all these nice people in my life. Everyone comes with whatever they are supposed to bring, and then they leave. Then I still grow. So wherever I am now, I'm growing.
Now I think Madinny weng shaya. You know the way she's so passionate about telling her stories. I think you knew from a young age. Somehow you were telling stories from a young age.
Reading
I'm telling you, because like honestly, it's hard to believe that you only started 2017. For me, it feels like you've been like it's something
Never.
you realized.
I would rather make noise with the radio. Just make noise and make noise. I hated reading. It's not like I didn't like TV. I hated TV. I would switch it off. Like, I didn't want to watch TV from the young age. They would come and say, let's watch this, let's go. I would watch those things that I want to, like, when the kids laugh, would come, hey, we're watching Mupeme. Then you'll go and watch. Okay, let's see because you had people talking about it. That's the only thing I watch. But as a child, I never watched TV. They knew I didn't even care about TV. But what I know, I would bring kids together. But it was not even for acting. Maybe dancing. I don't know how to dance. Maybe I'll just collect them and say, okay, let's do. I had that thing of collecting kids. Let's do this and doing activities. But I never knew I can write, especially writing. You know, the acting maybe, because sometimes at school when they will say we are doing a drama, I will join. But it was not something that was happening like we're having a drama class. It was that thing. Once in a while, maybe there's a function. Let's go and act. Okay, let's go. We act. But I never thought of it. I don't even know. Like literally, it sparked the day I saw it.
Wow.
That's when I understood.
I think big up to Mandla.
Serious, that's when I saw. Like it, have you felt that feeling? It came from me. I felt it. This is it. This is so beautiful. I can live this life every day. That's how it came about. That before I wasn't even aware because I don't even like reading. But now I can read only also when I'm doing the research. I cannot just sit down and say, let me just read for fun.
Yeah. So for me, that's why I'm saying that, because like you've brought so much fire in me with regards to this media thing, because it's something I've always wanted to do from a very young age. So when you are speaking like that, I can see the fire in you, which I can see in myself. But for me, this fire has always been there. So for you, it started.
Yes. I think there's skin tone where there's when we were doing the course I'm seeing in Free State, those trainings. I always say that there's someone you're just asking why. How do you say it? I want to say it. Even it's so I'm forgetting it, but whereby it's also class. I don't know. Yeah, you ignite that thing. And sometimes you find all there are kids there. There are kids there in schools. It's there, but they don't see that. We come there, we just because I knew. Sometimes you don't even know because if you can know, I think the other thing that we don't talk about being an artist, it's something that no one understands. Your parents, your friends. So no one talks about it. So maybe if it was something that we talk about like teaching, it would have come into my mind. Maybe I can be an actor. But you taking the decision that I want to come into the industry, just taking that decision, you are alone. Because no one wants you, even your own parents. They don't see you know. You understand? They don't understand why so. But I'm saying, why don't can you just? Because also you suffer a lot. You lose your kids. And sometimes at some point I had to I have to take my kids away so that they stay with their father. I was blessed to have him. I will help you. But listen.
So in conclusion, like what advice would you give to someone who wants to actually do the same thing that you are doing?
Hey, the advice is what I can give is it's not easy. It's not easy, but it's possible and it's doable. You just have to keep on pushing. Like I was just saying, sometimes you find even your own people you know you trust. How those people you think these ones are behind me. No, but you are just playing. They are not going to. But if you believe in yourself, that's why I was also go back where you're saying you don't even have kgnlelo. We pay people should sleep even. You don't give up, don't give in. Just keep on pushing. But what I'm going to tell you, it's not easy. Even today, as I'm speaking, I'm not saying it's easy. It doesn't get easy. This is a very like we are judged by people. We are in this people space. Our business is people's business. You cannot say I'm an artist. You don't respect people, but and say I don't care what they say. No. And also the thing is, we are quick. Madinny. No, if people they don't know you, it means you still have a long way to work. I understand that. Yeah, you cannot come and try to compare yourself. How to nah. No, I'm not in the league. We understand that. You have to work until you don't have to introduce yourself. Yeah. If you still introduce yourself, it's okay. Keep on pushing. Because 2 days, no, it's not about that. Know what you want. Know who you are. And find because we can sometimes you can do like actor, but when you're inside you find no, acting is not my thing. So you allow yourself to grow. Allow yourself to grow and just know it. I want to repeat it. It's not going to be easy, but you can do it.
Yeah, it's possible.
It's possible.
Everything is doable with passion.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, not today. I was really inspired. I need to go back to the drawing board and see how to ignite.
Yeah, that's fire.
Thank you so much, Madinny, for coming.
Thank you so much.
We really appreciate it. And guys out there, please subscribe and also comment and like and share our videos. The competition is the competition. Are you not gonna say anything?
Not yet, because but we will announce the winner very soon. So we'll just like share a small video who the winner is, and then we'll get in contact with the winner and share the details. But I don't think we'll announce the winner in one of our shows.
Yeah.
But we'll do a small video, post it, and then to announce. Yeah, and we have our socials, right?
Yes, we do. TikTok, kgnlelo, Facebook, kgnlelo, Instagram, kgnlelo, obviously.
Yes, Spotify also.
Yeah, Spotify, definitely.
So yeah, we'll announce on those channels who the winner is. But guys, please follow us on those channels as well.
Please. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.